Hello, I wanted to create this quick video to show you what we have built so far on Infracodebase, and it's only the beginning. I would love to have your feedback to continue building and improving the product. So here, welcome to here, it will be the name of your enterprise. Then you can collaborate with your team by, for example, here inviting all of your team members to join your organization. You have all your workspaces here. For example, here we have built different scenario. So cloud migration to go from Azure to AWS. Imagine that you have already an architecture diagram that you designed on Draw.io, Lucid, or another product. You will be able to import it directly as a document. And as you can see, you have different scenarios that you can build. You can also add all of your documents. So I know that, for example, when you're working with a team, you have documents that are spread out everywhere. The goal will be to centralize them and to either work with your team on it or use this document to feed the AI as context. And then now, for example, we can start building our use case. So here we handle both greenfield and brownfield. Brownfield is like you already have a GitHub, you would like to be able to import it, understand the code base, and modernize it. Here, for today's example, what we will do is that we will start from scratch. We will create, for example, Azure landing zone. You can add a description if you want. You can keep it either private, internal, or public. Let's say internal, for example, here. Then you go there. Now what you can do is that you can add images and files, for example here, this one. Now let's say build it, following, for example, the Azure Web Architecture Framework, as well as Terraform best practices. Usually when you write a prompt, so here was to go fast and to show you how it works, but when you write a prompt, think about it as specs. Because the clearer the information that you share with the AI in terms of what you want the AI to do, the better the output in terms of quality you will have. So now, for example, it tells me, okay, I will help you build this Azure landing zone architecture following the well-architected framework pillars and Terraform best practices. Perfect. Now, for me, it's really important to have the visibility on what is going to happen. So here you have all the task progress from step 1, so setting up Terraform project to basically configure outputs and validation. And you can follow what the AI is already doing. So I already created 2 files, the providers.tf and the version.tf as well. So now we just need to wait, look what the AI is doing. It already created 3 files. So as you can see, the prompt was very simple. We went from a picture, a URL, simple command in terms of follow Terraform best practices. And then from there, he was actually able to understand what we wanted to build. And he's building it, as we can see, it together. And as you can see, you can follow the task progress with the bar here. You can also see, okay, these are the 3 steps that were already completed, the 3 tasks. Then you can see, okay, here is building the hub networking infrastructure. And all the files are directly there. Here, what you can do as well is that all the files, all the code that you can see is already fully editable. So what you can do is that you have different ways to work on the code. You can either, you as a human, fully edit it. You can write your own Terraform code or infrastructure as code language as well that we support. You can write them, or you can ask AI to basically do it with you. I like to say do it with you because, to be honest, we are still human. You're still human. There's still a need of human in the loop. So for me, the AI is not here to replace what we are doing, but to be an enabler. So we still need to understand what the AI is doing, what kind of action does it perform. So we still need to be in the driver's seat. As you can see here, you have the locals and you have all the files here as well every time. You have the networking, you have the network SPOC, you have the providers, the resource group, security, the variables, the versions, the application gateway. Here we are step 6. So I could pause this video and wait until the end and restart again, but I would like us to follow these steps together to really understand how the AI is working. Of course, I would like at the end maybe for you to create your account. It's free, you can test it, we'll love your feedback on how we can improve this product. And then once, for example, we are done, we also build the integration with GitHub that you can see here, connect with GitHub. And I can show you, if you want, how to set it up for yourself. You can create here, you can choose your GitHub account. You choose the repository name. We will do it once everything is done, of course. And then you can directly create your repository. What you have here as well is that the number of tokens that you're consuming. One thing that we said as well in terms of, for example, in terms of pricing, is that we would like you to be able to onboard all of your team members. It's not based on the number of workspaces or number of people. I believe it must stay collaborative. It's basically based on consumption. So here we already step 7. So as you can see here, within minutes, he already created all of this Terraform code. Now it does the final configuration, the output and documentation. We can of course include a README. If, for example, now imagine that the 8 steps have been done, we can continue prompting the AI, continue working with it on it. So he created already all of his files. Now, for example, if we want to clean here, then you have all of these files already. It's configuring the output and doing the validation, doing the documentation as well. Now, as you can see here, it's creating a README file that we can use to document the project that we build. So as you can see, depending on how big the project is, sometimes it can take some time, but here, for example, as you could see, I already wrote the README. Now I can open it. I can really understand, okay, Azure Landing Zone with Terraform, he followed all of these principles. So I already have the full documentation. Now, task progress. Let's also validate our Terraform configuration. So he followed both. He followed the Terraform best practices, the well architecture framework as well. It told you what was built. It tells you as well the file structure. Now, for example, create a breakdown cost file. because two challenges of the cloud remain the same, still need security and still need basically to be able to understand like the cost. So that's why for me it's really important to understand like how much this infrastructure will cost. Perfect. You understand what I wanted. I already understand like for me why is it important is for cost optimization and budget planning. So now we need to wait a little bit just for it to really calculate all the cost that we need. But as you can see here, we already created all of these files in a matter of minutes. So creating code, writing code is not the bottleneck, as we already know. It's easy to use a product that could do it. But now we can take a step back and really understand how we can manage cloud infrastructure at scale using AI. And as you can see here, cost breakdown, you calculate it, it gives me, okay, this is the executive summary, and this is the detailed breakdown here with all the cost. So we have the full picture in terms of both files, security, and cost. Yeah. Let me update, so I understood that I needed the information as well there. So we have all of the files here, and then we will create the new repository. So basically you see less than 10 minutes, we were able to create, to go from a picture to basically a fully functioning infrastructure that now we can put on GitHub directly. Okay. He created that as well. He gave me the summary. Perfect. Now we're good. Okay. Give me all of this, the discount and everything, all the information that I need. Now what I can do is that, okay, I do that. I select the account Infracodebase. I put it in public. Create the repository. So here I just need to, for example, here is Azure community. Create the repo. It's creating it up. And done. So I hope this video was useful, and if you have any feedback, would love to hear them. Have a great day.